It's Tuesday. You know what that means. For one night only, the gift that keeps on giving is back, brought to light as we stuff our stockings with this special edition of AEW Dark. Welcome, everybody, to our live watch-along virtually from Cardiff, Wales, the Utilita Arena, as we have a talent showcase across the pond from the UK, taking on AEW greats. Hello again, everybody. Super Reliable here. Noah Foster, Walter Cruz. You know what we love. We love all things professional wrestling. We love AEW. And we're kicking things off with the White Witch, Isla, taking on the problem. See if she conjures a solution. Walter, it's good to see you this evening. Good to see everybody this evening, whether you're watching live or on demand. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend. You can watch this with us live right now, too. Go to their YouTube. It is on their live as we welcome in Isla Dawn. Walter, how are you? What a special treat we got on Tuesday night.
I'm doing very well. This is just something different, and we wanted to do it. So I'm liking it, and I'm liking Isla Dawn's entrance as well.
Aladon, of course, 31 years of age, 11 years in the game, trained by Mikey Whiplash and Tommy Yang. You all better know him, of course, as Malachi Black, Alistair Black, from Glasgow, Scotland, previously involved in NXT UK, and is a former WWE Women's Tag and NXT Women's Tag Team Champion. But she has a hell of an opponent here in a first-time ever bout with the problem Marina Shafir. A very unique single showcasing for the problem Marina Shafir here. Of course, Marina Shafir is still the Death Rider and still, probably in my opinion, the most lethal female competitor in AEW. 37 years of age, 7 years in the game, trained, of course, in martial arts and is a tech fighter. Of course, she is still a Defiant Women's Champion now for 586 days.
She's scary. Just put it like that. Like, I would hate to see her in a Dark Rally. I feel like she could kick all the rosters, the women rosters' ass, and half the men.
Half the men. That's putting some high stock into her, dude. Again, this is the first time ever encountered. These two have never met each other in the ring before in any capacity. But yeah, here on Dark, we're getting this very unique, one-of-a-kind exhibition for one night only. What I love about AEW Dark, Walter, it always was the showcase that really brought a spotlight on the rising, up-and-coming developmental talent of the future that's going across the grind on the independent scene. And Isla Dawn is no stranger to that, of course. Of course, most people may never even recognize Isla Dawn prior to her time, of course, in NXT UK. Bell Reigns around the Red versus Conspiracy Martinez. I've known Isla Dawn, though, of course, since ICW and Progress Wrestling.
I can't believe they brought this back. This is crazy.
But you know what? Thank you, Tony Khan, for a gift that I finally have wrestling on Tuesday night that I actually watch and care about. Kind of a tie-up here.
Maybe he should probably do this every December, like just as a...
Yeah, I would love that. Why not? Do it every quarter. Bring the special. When you travel international, you should have an AEW Dark showcasing, and this crowd firmly in favor of Isla Dawn.
I'm the only one that's rooting for Shafir, huh?
Well, look, I'm not going to lie. I'm also going to respect Marina Shafir because I do think Marina Shafir brings a different style to wrestling, a style that even John Moxley understands. And, of course, tomorrow, folks, we'll be back here covering HBO Max AEW Dynamite Holiday Bash, 3-hour special, Dynamite and Collision. And, of course, we continue our coverage of the Continental Classic all the way to World's End, December 27th.
Oh
nice
my gosh.
That Marina Shafir maintaining wrist control.
She did a judo throw while still holding on to the arms.
Again, let's not forget her background, Walter. You know as well as I do, one of the 4 horsewomen of MMA.
And she's straight barefooted. She doesn't have the tape around her foot. She's straight barefooted now. So
a sparring session.
Yo, if she kicks her, it's gonna be true bone-on-bone contact. Like,
trying to drag Isla Dawn down to the mat.
I need to see
place on the chest. Keeping our opponent grounded.
In the MMA stuff, the Josh Barnett's
blood sport. Of course, you're very familiar with that, as of course an expert on that and covering that. Wouldn't surprise Marina Shafir involved in that again, as she's been involved in it on previous occasions. With
Just
wins.
give me Shafir versus Baszler in a blood sport match, please.
Just stop it! You stop it! Stop. I'm trying to bring my MMA fantasy to life. Nice drop down, but good scouting by Shafir, immediately crossing and trapping the legs. And bring
alligator roll
back inside ring. And again, we have 8-woman tag team action ahead tomorrow. Look at this freaking gift of Nani versus
See that kick? Woohoo!
Yeah. Pinpoint to the spine. Athena, Mercedes Monet, Marina Shafir, and Megan Bain taking on the Babes of Wrath and the Timeless Love Bombs in 8-woman tag team action tomorrow night.
I still can't believe Mercedes found friends.
Let's be honest, she didn't find no friends. She literally paid for her
That's
line.
True.
Money talks. Willow Nightingale blow, and she said, "You ain't got no friends." And she's right. Swing and a miss. Clubbing shot.
Ask $1 Million Man about that.
Right. Elbow strikes. Big forearm uppercut. And of course, Isla Dawn proficient in her own striking right now, trying to tap the hand.
Why?
Uh-oh.
Why would you literally try to meet her at her own game?
Well, I'm about to say. And it doesn't look like it's working. Oh, man. The definition of a Death Rider, a different mentality. Going for rear naked choke.
I think she just pissed her off.
I'll say, of course, you don't want to do that. It's like a whip machine go right there. High boot takes Marina Shafir down off her feet for the first time. I'm so glad we're starting with the women's contest, by the way.
Ooh,
Fisherman suplex with a bridge. Hulk of the leg cover. 2 count. Referee Brandon Martinez.
I'll give Isla Dawn some credit. She's not backing down. She's not afraid. She's trying to meet her at her own game. It's just Shafir is just so much more elite.
Well, again, we talked about Shafir's style before. Now going to those round kicks to the chest and just mocking Isla Dawn.
That's where she makes her mistakes, when she gets too confident and does stuff like that.
Again, ruckus crowd here tonight. Now going for the Tiger Feint kick. Koji clutch. DDT on the apron.
That's one of the best moves, and that's original. Because you think she's going to go for a 619, and then she does that.
Trying to shut down this crowd, of course. Trying to will on their homecomer. Isla Dawn, of course, the grizzled young veterans who have been involved in trios mixed tag team action as of late on Ring of Honor.
Do you see anyone else do that move? Like, is it in New Japan or anything?
I have never seen a Tiger Feint fake out into a Koji clutch DDT on the apron before Marina Shafir. The answer is no.
Okay, I thought so too. I'd never seen it before, but I was just, you watch other stuff I don't watch, so I was just making sure I wouldn't make a blanket mistake.
No, trust me. If I've seen someone, I would tell you exactly who did and confuse everyone who the heck it is, because no one watches as much wrestling as I do, especially when it comes to the independent UK and the Japanese wrestling circuit. Now, maybe looking for a modified bow and arrow here. And got it wrenched over Isla Dawn's body. But wait a minute, goes the cover. Just a 2 count.
Nice.
Done. By the way, shout out to Taz and Excalibur, the original AEW Dark team, back on the call.
Shout out YouTube for giving me a free trial of premium, so I don't got to deal with commercials tonight.
Yeah, again, fuck television, fuck streaming services. Now with the side headlock apply, Maria Shafir with the judo takeover. Great block there. Oh, man, what a high kick.
Damn, head kick.
And massive kick and backdrop suplex. Cover, look at the far leg, and a 2 count. Isla Dawn with a strong showing here.
Might have been a mistake to release her. She should have held it and bridged it into a pin. It gave her just a couple of seconds to breathe.
Well, it takes 3 seconds. Up in the fireman's carry. Now Shafir going back to submission game, looking for a rear naked choke. Jawbreaker, trying to break the sleeper.
Wow, that was nice.
And maintain wrist control. Oh, man! Short range Larry taken down in the mother's milk. That is it. Marina Shafir wins. Night, Isla Dawn.
She didn't even get a sip of mother's milk. She tapped immediately.
I would say that's a UFC call right there. Literally just dropped and incapacitated. It's all over just like that. The problem remains unsolved tonight in AEW Dark in front of the UK. Incapacitated the White Witch.
I didn't expect anything different, if I'm being 100% honest.
Well, again, that mother's milk, I think it's been Chris and Murder's milk. That's one lethal drink you don't want to take before going to bed.
Yeah, that's a poisonous mother's milk.
Well, that being said, as AEW Dark continues, let me just say, can we please get this back on a quarterly thing? I'm just saying, we don't need to necessarily see the end of someone that was once great of an opportunity. We could see a new beginning. But of course, speaking of ends, Walter, you and I, of course, will be on the call for AEW's conclusion of the calendar year. World's End, the conclusion of the Continental Classic, available exclusively on pay-per-view Saturday, 1 week from this Saturday, folks, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, exclusively on HBO Max. As now we have Harley Cameron, who's going to give us a little bit of a holiday ditty.
She's playing my favorite song, too, Carol of the Bells.
Sing for the bells, sing for the bells, sing for the bells, all for the sales.
No puppets? No puppets on sale?
You know what? I'm fine with it. Last year, she did 12 days. Now she's doing Carol of the Bells. How multi-talented is the lovely Harley Cameron?
I have no idea. It was somebody that shouldn't be that skilled. 30% off. Whoa! Hey, buddy. Do you do this on purpose? Do you do this on purpose? Every stream you come and scare me.
Feel the intensity!
I don't mind that Babes of Wrath shirt. That Babes of Wrath shirt is pretty awesome.
And Harley came with another AEW Christmas original. Great song there.
Why are you in here? Oh, they gave you a bath and you're running, huh? Aw.
As we get ready for trios action, here comes Mark Andrews and Kid Lykos 1 and 2. Kid Lykos 1 and 2, also known as Lykos Gym, have been a tag team for quite a period of time and have currently been two-time Progress Tag Team champions for 119 days, former North Tag Team champions, and Target Wrestling Tag Team champions. Mark Andrews, you might remember from TNA, previous challenger to the X Division, former Attack Wrestling champion, and of course, one half of Subculture, or should I say 1/3?
I'm nice to see them getting some time on TV, man.
And here comes the conglomeration, represented tonight by freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy and Máscara, Dorada, and the ever-reluctant Roderick Strong.
He ain't messing around. He walked right past everybody.
Well, you got to feel for Roderick Strong, considering what his place is right now in the Continental Classic. He is currently the only one in his block with 0 points, and he just lost to freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy as well.
I think that's what he's pissed about. He walked right by everybody because he's got donut.
About to say, I mean, again, when you really say that you're doing this for yourself and you can't back up what you say, you got to feel a little bit salty. Lykos Gym, by the way, has also been in tag team matches against Mark Andrews and Subculture in the past. So this should be a unique trios action here.
Speaking of donut, the conglomeration, their Titantron looks like the yellow donut from The Simpsons.
Yeah, well, I'm about to say, it goes back to that Seinfeld or old school retro vibes from TV of a bygone era. Máscara, Dorada, and Mark Andrews right now squaring off.
This is a good matchup.
Dorada coming off that great win against Claudio Castagnoli. That probably surprised people. Claudio cannot work against luchadors sometimes.
Yo, that is the biggest. Yeah, if it ain't in CMLL, he can't work against them in the tournaments.
Right? Oh! Open pawn strike. And Máscara, Dorada swinging off the ropes with the deep arm drag. And the better Mark Andrews in the early going.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Rolling kick. Is it high Zaguri? Meanwhile, Lykos Gym coming into play. Lykos 1 and 2 with the double arm drag takeover. Máscara, Dorada in fine form in the early going.
Bro, he's got momentum since he beat Claudio.
Nope. Well, I mean, he's got all the momentum in the world. Meanwhile, Casador rolled for a double stop by Mark Andrews.
That might be the biggest shock of a match result in 2025, man. Seriously.
I don't know, man. Jesse Jane is still the WTF for me. Not once, but twice. I love that sliding pause into the freaking Insiguri by Mark Andrews. Gets me every time. PK, standing, twisting moonsault. Great trios combination here by Lykos Gym and Mark Andrews, and there they're going.
That jawbreaker. Whew.
Great opportunities for these three young men. And off the second respective corners, wiping out the conglomeration.
Damn, somebody ate the flower and got speed or something. These three are fast.
Speaking of Máscara, Dorada, to your point, he and Orange Cassidy will be in action tomorrow night in the Blue League of the Continental Classic. Both men going in 3 points. It's becoming a must-win situation for everybody at this point if you only have 3 points.
Dude, if Máscara beats Cassidy, I'll be freaking...
The thing is, Orange Cassidy, he's so unorthodox, you don't know what style he's going to bring. Up and over, Máscara, Dorada lands on his feet, and...
Why didn't he hold it for the cover?
Almost a desperation move for the tag, it looks like. And Orange Cassidy stands ready. Tag made it freshly squeezed. Who slides underneath the bottom rope.
That might have been a mistake not going for the cover there, Noah.
Right? Lukewarm tag. Orange Cassidy style again. Keeps you going. Wait. Hold on.
Pocket
Hands
immunity.
in the pockets. Orange Cassidy engaged. The swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. And Orange Cassidy up and over. Arm drag. And Front open over and big monkey flip. Wow.
That's the version of Hogan up when he puts those hands in the pocket.
Yeah, exactly. Now Mark Andrews with Lykos 2-end gets caught with a double drop kick and a kip up by Orange Cassidy. Hands still secured in the pockets. Oh.
Yeah, until that back elbow strike happened to the back of his head. Brainbuster?
Brainbuster.
Oh, no.
You don't call out your move. Now Roderick Strong tagged in. And now we'll see if Roderick Strong and Orange Cassidy work together. It doesn't look like Roderick Strong wants anything to do with that. Oh, well, wait a minute. I guess he had his own plan there. Cassidy thrown in.
You got to wonder if he was going to charge at Cassidy and clothesline him.
Mark Andrews. Caught with a knife edge chop as Orange Cassidy was caught in the waist lock. Orange Cassidy says Lykos. Roderick Strong with the backbreaker over the knee. Looking for the high five. He's not going to get it, but meanwhile, Lykos the 2 ascending. Orange Cassidy pushing him off into Roderick Strong. Oh!
Hey, Strong, he saved Cassidy. He pushed him, but he saved him.
The reluctant saving by both men with the orange punch connecting off the elevated gut bust. The Máscara Dorada wiping out Lykos Kid 2 and Mark Andrews by Roderick Strong. And a heartache! Cover 2. That's it.
And if that would have been the Continental Classic, that would have been 3 points for Roderick Strong finally.
Well, Roderick Strong still has a chance. Again, everyone is still alive in the Continental Classic, but with only 2 or 3 matches left, no one can afford an L more than Roderick Strong at this point. If Roderick Strong eats another L, you might as well call him eliminated.
It would just be plain spoiler for somebody at that point.
Again, 3 points on the line. Máscara Dorada, freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy, Matt Safet, Charles Derby. We're doing Final Night Call on All Elite Wrestling. The return of AEW Dark. And of course, tomorrow night, me and Walter will be back on the call covering AEW Dynamite Collision 3-hour special, the Holiday Bash, including the Dynamite Diamond Battle Royale, where the winner will take on MJF. And the winner of that match will get an AEW Championship match at Maximum Carnage. Also on the line, $1 million, 750,000 pounds UK. The Elite. Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks take on the Don Callis family, Hechicero, Kazuchika Okada, and Konosuke Takeshita in a $1 million trios match. Also, FTR will finally look to put the Bang Bang Gang in the past once and for all as FTR defends the AEW Tag Team Championships against Austin Gunn and Rock Juice Robinson. And again, we talk about that 8-woman tag, Team Nadia versus Team Nice. Mercedes Moné, Athena, Marina Shafir, and Megan Bain taking on the Bears of Wrath and the Timeless Love Bombs. And, of course, the 2025 Continental Classic, Walter, will continue. As we talked about, we got Máscara Dorada versus freshly squeezed Orange Cassidy in the Blue League, as well as John Mosley versus Roderick Strong in the Blue League. Remember, the last 3 is 2 at 1-on-1. Roderick Strong beat the Death Rider via countout, even if you want to give an assist to Darby Allin. Also in Gold League action, the Proto Star Kyle Fletcher takes on Manchester's own busted pack of the Death Riders, a first-time ever 1-on-1 match. And we also will have a contract signing for, the triple threat, Swerve Strickland, Heyman Page, and Samoa Joe for the AEW Men's World Championship at World's End. And speaking of World's End, the 2025 Continental Classic semifinals and the finals will all culminate at World's End, just like last year. Again, folks, AEW World's End, 1 week from this Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, exclusively on HBO Max. And we also know now Chris Statlander versus Jamie Hayter is made official for the AEW Women's World Championship. Will the Cosmic Killer hit harder than Jamie Hayter? And, of course, we talked about the AEW Men's World Championship 3-way is also official. So right now we know 2 official matches, and we know 3 other matches that will happen all at World's End. But now it's time for our main event of the evening, Walter. It's time to grit your teeth with Aubrey Edwards. And we welcome the Grizzled Young Veterans and Nathan Cruz to trios action. Nathan Bates, good to see you. I love AEW. Nathan Cruz, for those that don't know, by the way, has been previously involved in AEW. He actually was recently signed by AEW. 35 years of age, 19 years of the game, signed on as a coach. No stranger to the Grizzled Young Veterans. Has also been in the range of the likes of Amir Jordan and Jay Lethal.
You know, we were talking about the Continental Classic. Don't forget that Fletcher asked for the bastard version of Pac. He said, you better bring that version. You got to be careful what you ask for, though. And he's in the hometown.
The classic trope. And here comes your favorite theme drop, Walter.
Jesus Christ.
Imagine
I'm okay.
Imagine that being your ringtone.
I'm okay with once a night. It's just when there's a tournament and the multiple of them have to fight and they keep doing it. Like, can they have some individual music too?
It's a shared mentality by a band of violent killers led somehow still by Jon Moxley, who continues to try and outrun Father Time as Jon Moxley leads his Death Riders into battle once again. Never wavering, never stop working. That is the MO of Jon Moxley and the Death Riders.
Hey, where's the slap?
And Jon Moxley, of course, record-setting four-time AEW Men's World Champion, currently going to this year's Continental Classic with only 3 points after losing to both Konosuke Takeshita and Claudio Castagnoli.
Shafir didn't slap Moxley.
Yeah, I think she more so does that when he's preparing for singles matches. This is a team effort here, Walter. Keep that in mind. David Cruz, by the way, folks, is a former Progress Tag Team Champion through 2 times over with El Ligero. They were known as the Origin. And he's a former Progress champion. Everyone knows, of course, who the Grizzled Young Veterans are. At least you should, Walter. Liverpool's #1, Zach Gibson. Continue.
But you didn't say it. You didn't say it right, though.
What are you talking about?
It's supposed to say the Grizzled Young Vets.
Well, you know, it's hard for me to be grizzled because I'm not grizzled as them. But to your point, Grizzled Young Veterans have been a tag team for the better part since 2017 with multiple championships, including 2 Progress Tag Team Championships, Red Pro Disputed British Tag Team Champions, Revolver, World Tag Team Champions, Ever Strong Tag Team Champions, and most recently, DPW and Burning Heart Pro Tag Team Champions.
They need to be more prominently featured because I would love the FTR and Grizzled Young Vets. What 2 veteran teams going against each other like that, and more decorations than that? Like, think about that. More accolades between those teams.
I mean, I'm definitely for it. I'm not going to lie. Referee Aubrey Everett's for this contest. And Willa Yuta and, of course, Daniel Garcia, we've been working very well together. But tonight we got Jon Moxley and Pac and Willa Yuta. And, of course, the definition of the Death Riders advantage is always the numbers game.
Mm-hmm.
Find the face of James Drake, the Irish Whip. James Drake up and over.
They never
James Drake
underestimate
and Zach Gibson, inaugural NXT UK tag team
Never
champion.
underestimate Yuta, yo. I think Yuta is like less appreciated than everybody, but he can go.
I mean, yeah, former Ring of Honor pure champion twice over, and of course, hanged with Daniel Garcia for 60 minutes. That's how these two became a lethal tag team in the Death Riders. Baptizing combat by Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson tag. And now the Bastard Pac, former Open the Dragon Gate champion, of course, former Cruiserweight champion, and inaugural All-Atlantic, turned into AEW National Champion. And you hear the audience saying, we want Bastard. Again, the Bastard with a homecoming. Whoever knew a Bastard can actually be welcomed. Step up.
Right.
Wiping out with a Yuta right now. And Jon Moxley needs to try and regroup his army. Marina Shafir and Daniel Garcia at ringside.
So awkward to see him cheered, but then you got to remember where they are.
We are in the UK. And again, tomorrow we're going to be in Manchester. Oh, here we're in Cardiff, Wales. Nathan Cruz is dropping the Bastard face first. And again, the Bastard Pac takes on the Roto Star, Kyle Fletcher, and the goalie tomorrow. Cover by Nathan Cruz, and Jon Moxley breaks it up with a boot to the side of the head.
Here we go. All hell breaking loose. Sorry, Audrey.
Yeah, about to say. But the Death Rider match, Aubrey Everett's is used to that by now. Violence ensues whenever the Death Riders are on your screen.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we'll have that tomorrow night during the Continental Classic. Ooh. With the East and North Tope Suicidas by the Grizzled Young Veterans.
Gibson's holding his arm. Did he hurt himself on that dive?
Not sure. Nathan Cruz has the bast up in the fireman's carry, breaking the ice by Pac.
Referee did not see
the
that.
Ice here. Desperation move.
Hey, the ref, she can't call what she don't see. He did it at an angle where she was not able to see it.
Well, when you got this many bodies moving at once, I mean, it's kind of hard to, literally observe that. At first goes James Drake, courtesy of Jon Moxley, still ringsets. Wheeler Yuta clubbing away against Liverpool's #1, Zach Gibson, and throwing him into the barricade.
There's an old saying in wrestling, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying, right?
I suppose that's true. And with a Death Rider, cheating is the MO versus wrestling violently, except in the Continental Classic where you got to wrestle violent and smartly. And so far, Jon Moxley, the leader, has been doing the worst of the Death Riders, considering there are 3 of them in this year's Continental Classic tag. Of course, Jon Moxley was part of the inaugural finals of the Continental Classic tournament back in 2023. And of course, reigning and defending Continental Classic champion this year, Kazuchika Okada is looking for 2 in a row, and every match he's risking that Continental title. You gotta imagine Kazuchika Okada loses this year's Continental Classic, Walter. That has to mean the unified title no longer exists.
I know, right? Like, if you think about it, that's the only way.
You notice that Kazuchika Okada always comes out wearing the AEW International Championship, much to Don Callis' loophole, believing that, of course, that title forms 2 legacies, and I'm not putting off the International and Continental Championships on the line during the Continental Classic. Cover up with a unit off the double stomp. Gets a 2 count, Nathan Cruz.
You might as well say every match he's in is a defense of that title, and he's already lost one, much to my surprise.
And that one was to a person he lost to last year in the Protostar, Kyle Fletcher, who last year made it to the semifinals only to lose to Will Ospreay. And I cover up with a unit off the stop to the elbow. Gets a 1 count that time.
That sucks that Ospreay doesn't get to defend that.
Well, we wish the Brav the best in his recovery. As we know, neck surgery was successful, and I'm sure it won't be long before the Brav is elevating the action once more in and out of his home turf. Shout out to Mrs. Brav, by the way, Alex Windsor, who had a great showing alongside Rico in the opening rounds leader women's tag team championship tournament.
It sucks because not only is he injured, but look, they took the little tour of UK, man. If he was around in this tournament in UK, whew.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if Will Ospreay is somehow backstage, if not in Tony Khan's ear, bro. Let's not forget, he still produces Pro Wrestling Eve. Of course, Chris Statler is still the Eve International Champion. And we know now, she will defend it next year against Dakota Kai in a Pro Wrestling Eve debut. Tammy and Zach Gibson. Zach Gibson and Pac. This doesn't seem too strange, honestly. The Bastard taking down the Irish Whip reversal. Standing switch exchange here. Taking Bastard down. And of course, Zach Gibson, no stranger to jaw jacking as well as jacking jaws, if you heard this man over the years. Give the man a mic and having a good mood. That's all I got to say. Why
Dude,
else
the Bastard's getting his head caved in by these turnbuckles here.
Well, again, they're saying he's our Bastard. Pump handle with a Yuta hooked up. Whoa! Pump handle suplex.
I wonder if the Death Riders took them too lightly and just looked past them.
I don't think the Death Rider takes any opponent too lightly. Oh!
Yeah, but
the Avengers with a chance to put down Pac here and gets a 2 count.
You wonder if Mox and Pac's minds are more on the Continental Classic instead of this current match.
About to say. Tag is made, and James Viggs, Zach Gibson looking for something big here, possibly a Doomsday device.
I mean, the last team you want to overlook is the Grizzled Young Bucks.
Damn right. Oh, and James Blake dropped the awkward position. That made a Jon Moxley. Now this is the one match I want. Oh, Edge Crusher.
Moxley's barely been legal this match.
Cover 2. Well,
matter of fact, I think this is the first time he was legal.
I believe you're correct. Again, the captain leads by example, as we know. Jon Moxley is the one that created this Death Rider army in the first place. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, but does a leader tap 3 times?
Well, I think the last boot in that freaking kick out will be if he loses the Continental Classic. But you heard what he said with Claudio Castagnoli. I wouldn't expect anything less from you. Each and every day, you lose the day, what do? You look towards tomorrow. You keep trying to outrun the sands of time. Jon Moxley knows that his time may very well be limited. He's in a fight more against himself versus against his Death Riders at this point.
All bullshit and wrestling stories aside, one deserves a vacation more than him, to be honest.
I agree. Codebreaker out of the corner. And tag made now by Gibson to Nathan Cruz. James Drake now with the baseball slide to Pac. Jon Moxley and Nathan Cruz legal. And so by the other members of Death Riders neutralized here. This is smart.
In all honesty, I think Moxley's AEW's heartbeat. Like, I can't lie to you. Like, this man has really meant so much to AEW.
Sits out. 1, 2, and no. Black, red, pure, indifferent, violent. I gotta agree with you, Walter. Whether it was no fans or every fan, whether it was his own demons, Jon Moxley has resuscitated not only himself but AEW.
Oh, ooh, nice slide out.
Imagine. Running shotgun drop kick to Nathan Cruz, hard in the corner, Tamated with a Yuta. And a Tamated Pac trios action coming into play here for the Death Riders. Isolating Nathan Cruz.
If the Riders are gonna win this, please let Pac get the pin in his country, man.
I mean, again, he still might do that come tomorrow. It just will be a different area. The UK is a large area, as we know. What the hell is going to happen here? With a unit up and over! Topic on Kilo and Pug right now from 0 to 7 fouls up. Yeah, with the pumping bomber!
Damn, he gave
next Nathan Cruz and traps him in the brutalizer.
Oh, it's
There's
over.
nowhere to go, folks.
His feet can't even reach the ropes. It's over.
There was nowhere for him to go. That's it. Death Riders prevail again.
Look at
AEW
that.
Dark main event. And look at Pac. He's still not letting go. Nathan Cruz is out, man. Let him go.
He let him go. He already forced him to let go.
Yeah,
and you know, if we see that tomorrow, he's gonna have 6 points.
Yeah, it looks like John Moxley showing the scars of battle here, bleeding from the mouth. Might have got jacked in the jaw there by Nathan Cruz or James Drake with that drop kick.
Jesus, he bleeds every match, even when he doesn't want to. He wiped the blood on Shafir. Look,
right. Blood aside, John Moxley rides high tonight. Will he ride high tomorrow night when we cover Holiday Bash, Continental Classic Blue League action? John Moxley looking for redemption against Roderick Strong and some sort of renewed momentum in this year's Continental Classic tournament.
Noah, bigger shock when Máscara beat Claudio, or if Roderick Strong actually beats Moxley.
If Roderick Strong beats John Moxley pretty much is eliminated. I'll have to go with that one because not only is that a shocker, that's got to be an elimination.
Yeah.
And again, folks, tomorrow night you can stay tuned with us for 3 hours. Collision and Dynamite, the Holiday Bash, Continental Classic action, Tag Team Titles line, 8-woman All-Star Tag Team action, and so much more. For Walter Cruz, I'm Noah Foster. AEW Dark gives a bright light to professional wrestling once more. But until next time, make a positive impact in life. Have a good night and bring a positive outlook of professional wrestling to light, even out of the dark. Walter, cut the fucking feed. This was a great little gift, to say the least.
How often do we get to say we got 4 hours of AEW television by Wednesday?
Right? Ain't that some crazy shit? Oh, man, I miss this stuff so badly. Thank you, AEW, and thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Good night, folks.